Well, hello and welcome in, everybody. We are here on Alma, Missouri, and we have a huge challenge here, and that is to feed the next generation. The year is 2050, and over the last generation, the kids would only eat chicken nuggets and fries. This led to a huge shortage of potatoes and chickens. Can we capitalize on this high demanding job market, or will we fail at feeding the next generation? Let's find out. All we got is $24 to our name and this old beat up truck. That is all we got. How are we going to do this with $24? Y'all may notice up there in the top right, we got $1,022. We just went into the bank, got approved for $1 million loan to help out America with this issue because this is a worldwide issue. But we need to help out America, and of course, they're going to throw money at us. Now, why is it $2 short from that $1 million exactly? That's because there was a vending machine in there and I needed a snack. Now with $1 million loan comes some very big requirements or some hefty fines if we don't meet these requirements. And these are the requirements. Year one, we gotta have potatoes planted and chickens roaming. That is it. The way the years are gonna work is August to August. Right now it's August. End of the year is August of next year. If you want to read rest, go ahead and pause to read rest. Also, check out that license plate. Now I don't know why I like to punish myself, but some of these requirements we may not meet, or we're going to have a really hard time meeting them. Each one of these I do not complete is a $125,000 fine, which that might actually go up some. With that $1 million, let's go ahead and purchase this farmland 35. It'll be the first one we buy, and it's going to cost us almost $300,000. Over here at Field 4 now, doing a contract. We have never done potato harvesting, planting, or anything like that. What better way to learn than on somebody else's field in some leased equipment? That way if we break it, don't got to worry too much about it, right? We harvested a little over 575,000 liters on that contract, sold some for $14,000, also completed that contract for $64,000 and takes our total up to $167,000 in the bank. And of course, that money doesn't last very long because we need a place to store the extras. 10 million liter capacity for $30,000. This is our silo for this challenge. I'm not going to stop there with stealing crops from one farmer in Alma. Let's go ahead and steal some from another farmer here. This one is huge though. Field 22, 83 acres with a huge payout. With 35% of the field completed there, you may be thinking that's a lot, but it's really not. We've only got a couple of headlands done harvesting. All we're doing now is collecting all the potatoes left over from the contract because we are done with that contract and we made $271,000 from it. Let's see how many potatoes we got left over. Or should I say, let's see how many we are still in. Unfortunately, I'm not really good with money, and it's almost all gone, down to $64,000, but on the plus side, we were able to steal 834,000 liters of potatoes. Now, stealing, embezzling, I don't know. Is that how farmers embezzle? Not sure. I don't know why I do this to myself. I went from $410,000 all the way down to $43,000. But on the plus side, you can tell in the background there, I do have another tractor going, and that means I'm probably going twice as fast, right? Kinda, maybe. In the month of August now, we are ready to harvest. These fields have been limed, fertilized. They should be at my best yield possible. Should be. Let's go ahead and get them all harvested, see exactly how much we get off each field and how much we get total. Got each field labeled here with exactly how much potatoes we got off of them, and this is very important because we got to refer back to our contract requirements every single year to see if we even meet them. And that brings me to the point, did we meet our contract requirements this year? In short, yeah, pretty much no, we did not complete it. We are missing the chickens roaming. Our year one goal is to have potatoes planted and chickens roaming. We definitely miss that chickens roaming, but they are not completely strict on the whole pay right now thing. We got all the way up until December to become compliant. So let's see if we can get some chickens in by December. But that number we saw earlier with the field numbers, how much we harvested, it's not enough because year two goal, we needed to harvest 500,000 liters of potatoes and we got enough fields to harvest 388,000 liters. So we're a little short there. That's why it's important to remember that number, and it's going to help us know if we need to buy some more fields, expand a little, or something along those lines. So we got a very busy season. With negative $8,951 to our name, we definitely don't have enough money for chickens, so it's time to do some contracts. I found a couple of jobs, but the issue is they're on the north side of the map. We got a plowing job for field 24 and a plowing job for field 17, both up there on the north side. Here's our farm, and our plow is a little wide. Of course, everyone's human and makes mistakes. Let's take a second to laugh at a few of my mistakes and horrible driving. With enough money now, it's time to get us a chicken coop. I think I'm just gonna put it right up against this building right here.
Am I supposed to encourage you, or can I tell you it's a bad idea right away?
I may have messed up big time. Here's the issue. There's the animal trigger. There's the door. Yeah, it's not working too well. To avoid that $125,000 fine and to make sure we meet our next year's requirements, let's go ahead and buy 500 chickens. With us being a little short of our goal for next year, it's time to make our fields a little bit bigger, and hope that's enough. Combining fields 36 and 39. With my bank account going down every single month, we're at a negative $5,204. Unfortunately, I gotta knock out some contracts throughout the winter months to survive. With January being the best sell time for our main product, which is potatoes, let's go ahead and sell that off and make $250,000 from it. Purchasing farmland 26 and 27 here for a grand total of $245,000. Now these trees in the middle here, we will go ahead and remove them and make this all into one large field. This is where I realize I may be in the wrong business here because we just made $1.6 million from wood chips. Coming up to the end of season 2 here, time to see if we meet all the contract requirement. I know we definitely sold off more than 500 chickens, but can we harvest over 500,000 liters of potatoes? Combined field 26 and 27 here got almost 695,000 liters of potatoes. Combined fields 36 and 39 ended up getting us 256,000 liters of potatoes. With us destroying that 500,000 liter requirement with our first field, will these last two custom fields get us over 1 million liters? Altogether, we was able to get 1,127,911 liters of potatoes. This is the beginning of season 3, and we just completely destroyed our season 4 requirements of having over 1 million liters harvested. I think it's safe to say we can go ahead and remove a field, add some productions, and start turning these potatoes into something a little different like French fries. This production here is going to end up doing awesome. It's going to make us vegetable fat, premium potatoes, starch, French fries, fried potatoes, paprika chips, potato pancakes, and potato salad. With the addition of the new production also comes the addition of needing more products because those French fries require some vegetable fat and potatoes. Guess what? We got the potatoes, but we don't have the vegetable fat. And to make the vegetable fat, there's a few options, but let's go ahead and get us a nice large field to start planting some grain in. With the farm constantly growing, I ended up getting rid of the other custom field and put in some storage for our equipment. With us only having 2 fields now, were we able to actually hit that season 3 requirement of harvest 750,000 liters? Well, we definitely hit the sell 1,000 chickens. That was an easy one, but it does get a lot harder here pretty soon. Altogether, we ended up harvesting 949,163 liters of potatoes this season. That is enough for this season, but it is not enough for next season, which requires 1 million liters. So time to expand once again. Now in season 4 here, and I believe we should probably go ahead and start making something to go with those fries and chicken nuggets. That would be ketchup. Now, if you prefer something else besides ketchup, let me know down in the comments because that's pretty interesting. It is finally time for us to harvest our field of soybeans. This is going to be used for vegetable fat, and I have been using other stuff for vegetable fat that I've been getting off of contracts, but this is our actual field, our actual crop, and there is a lot of it. Of course, I used a little unrealistic header here of 50 meters. And altogether with this harvest, we ended up getting 210,000 liters of soybeans. That is going to be enough to last years in this production. Our little chicken coop there in the background behind the silo turns out to be not enough anymore. It only holds 500 chickens. Time to upgrade and get one that holds 50,000 chickens. Now, that might be a little overkill, but it actually turns out it's not enough because we may have a very hard time hitting those contract requirements for the chickens this year and next year. In season 4, we met our requirement for potatoes, but it was a little short for this year, so I had to add a field. This field right here should save the farm and get us over that 1 million liters. Let's find out. We ended up getting 266,000 liters off of this field, and that takes our total up over 1.2 million liters, which met our requirements this year. I'm a little late here with the chickens, but I got to get 1,200 more of them over to the market to reach that 2,000 goal. And that's not even the part I'm worried about the most. I got to do 4,000 this next season. Season 5 has to be 4,000 chickens sold, and we are already starting season 5 here. Over the season here, we ended up expanding, buying more fields, planting more potatoes. We got enough for it, but something happened. Here's what happened. As the potato fields came around to harvest time, there was no more farmer to harvest these. What had happened was nobody had seen the farmer, and a welfare check was done. With that welfare check being done, found out he passed away from a heart attack, and there was nobody there to help him. There was also nobody for him to pass this on to, so that is actually going to be the end of this Feeding the Next Gen roleplay. I would say it was very successful. Sorry for this dark ending. A little behind the story here, behind the scene, behind the idea here. My dad has actually been in the hospital for the last week with some serious heart issues. I'm going to go pick him up pretty soon. This was not my intentions to end this series like this, but you just never know when that happens. So I just want to say, spend some time with your loved ones. because you never know. Like I said there previously, it just was not expected to end this way. But if you want to see the whole entire series start to end, I think over 8 hours, you can find that right here.